week I stood up here and I told you that Jason Isaacs was going to vote yes on Amendment 148. That turned out to be an inaccurate statement. And I was corrected on it, and I had my humble pie. And I have asked his forgiveness, groveled. And here's what I think happened. We were asking for the representatives to vote no on 148. And I can't prove this, but I think what happened is my little staffer called and said, we want to talk to you about 148, and the staffer on his end said, yes, we're going to oppose it. Well, yes got interpreted as yes, he was going to vote for the bill, and the against part didn't get to me. So anyway, let me just tell you, Jason Isaacs is a good guy, and he was going to vote against 148, but I was told that so many people walked the halls and called in on that bill that they pulled it. So 148 didn't even come into consideration. Thanks to all of you.
If it makes you feel any better, he passed an unconstitutional bill and also got real nasty in the fight for crony capitalism over the week. So, whatever good he's done on the school choice stuff, he's made up for being a jerk on 2 other issues.
Well, let me just make it for sure, because somebody reported that I was on video saying he was voting for that bill, and he was not, and I stand corrected. Let me just tell you what's happening tomorrow. I don't have a capital talk to you today because I have 5 open for tomorrow. We've invited lots of people, and I want to invite you to come tomorrow. We're going to be walking the halls, and we're going to be talking about religious liberty and marriage amendments. We're going to divide up the work. We're going to be talking about SJR 10, which is Donna Campbell's bill for religious liberty. We're going to be asking people for that to be heard in the Senate State Affairs Committee. We're going to be working on that, asking other senators to support it. On SB 1155, which is Bob Hall's bill, and this one would say that a municipality or some local government cannot pass a law that has an ordinance that holds a view that is not present in Texas law. For example, in this bill, in the Plano incident, in the San Antonio incident, gender identity was not included it is not included in Texas statute. They did want to include it in the San Antonio, Houston, and Plano things. We are saying, no, they can't do that. That's what that bill is all about. HJR 125, by Matt Krause, is another religious liberty bill. We're going to be walking on that one tomorrow, asking for co-authors and for a House hearing on that one. HB 3567 is by Scott Stanford, and it simply says that if a religious institution like a church refuses to provide a same-sex wedding ceremony or anything like that, that they cannot be prosecuted because of it. 4105 is being heard, yay. This is by Cecil Bell, and this says simply that if a municipality or district clerk or somebody issues a marriage license to same-sex people that is outside the realm of our Texas Constitution, that their funding and their authority will be removed. So those are the bills that we're going to be walking and talking on tomorrow. I want to invite you to come back tomorrow. Get hold of me, and we'll tell you what room we're going to meet in to divide up the work, and we're going to work all day tomorrow on that. So thank you. Yes.
SJR 10 and HJR 125 are companion bills, is that right?
They are not identical, but they are similar.
How do they stack up against, for instance, the Indiana bill or the Arkansas bill?
They are different, and David's going to answer that.
Okay.
What mechanism do you have for people that can't be here tomorrow to actually
I would
contact
say
their senators and whatnot?
contact your representative on all of these bills. I'll give you the bill numbers again if you want to write them down. HB 4105 is Cecil Bell's bill on limiting what courts and all of them do in issuing marriage licenses. 3567 is Scott Sanford's bill on protecting churches. 125 is a similar, HJR 125 is Matt Krause's bill. SJR 10 is Donna Campbell's bill. Those are both religious liberty amendments. Those will have to go to if they pass, they have to pass by 2/3 in each house, each chamber, and then they have to go to a vote of the people. SB 1155 is by Senator Hall, and that's the one protecting us against ordinances in the local.
Excuse me, I'd like to know, when you keep saying going in to talk with them, how do you know which end of the horse that you're talking to, that it's going to be effective? Otherwise, you're just going to be having a lot of air going around.
Well,
the same
I think that
with
probably all that's been said ahead of this, talk to the right person, know what you're talking about. That
How do
law.
you know that what is the right person?
Thank you so much. Now, Marilyn Gerst.